We are live.
We are live.
We are live.
Did I say welcome to the main event?
Run that thing back, brother. You mad?
Oh, man.
Behave before you talk about what I'm talking about, yeah?
Disclaimer! Run that thing back. Nah, man, stay there in your corner, man. Run that thing back, fam. I don't want to hear nothing from you.
Hey, how's it going? I'm Sam, Mr. Blitztech from the Cyber Nerds. Man like Keegan, what's good is happening?
Hey, Sam, how are you?
I'm good, man. Good to see you.
Good to see you.
Yeah, man. So yeah, today, Mario, Super Mario. How's it just, feel like to be on such a movie, like Mario, transcending like generations and mediums? What do you feel about that?
Well, I really feel like I mean, when I was asked to do the role of Toad, it was a real honor. It really was, because we're talking about an intergenerational franchise here. We're talking about a franchise that's been around for 40 years, almost 40 years. And the fact that we got grandparents who've played this game.
There you go,
grandparents and parents who've played the game, and you got 5-year-olds out here now still playing the Mario games. And I feel like it was I was really an honor for me to be asked to be part of it.
That's it, man. I could just imagine as well being in such a huge thing like Mario. But the thing is, what's the difference do you find that is between physical acting and voice acting, especially like Toad? Because you guys don't sound anything alike. So how do you go through that?
Right. Yeah. So what happens with physical acting is I feel like sometimes you have to be a little subtler when you're portraying a human on camera, because you can't, otherwise you just look like a crazy person. But you can go as crazy as you want when you're doing a voice for a cartoon character, because a cartoon or animated character is always going to be more exaggerated than a human, even if it's a human character. So in the case of Toad, it's even better because I'm not even playing a human. So it's almost like all bets are off. I could do whatever I wanted. And what I did was I knew he had to have a high-pitched voice because of the sounds that the Toad character makes in the games. You know what I mean? So I was like, okay, we're going to have to do a high-pitched voice, but is there anything else I can bring to it? And I have a friend, a dear friend, who I wanted to kind of emulate. I wanted to emulate his vocal rhythms and his vocal patterns. So I used him as a model. And then when I started to talk to the director's like, okay, this is good. I like what we're doing here. Can you get your voice higher? And I was like, oh, higher? I can get my voice higher. And he's like, can you get it higher than that? I was like, yeah, of course I can get it higher than that. Can you get it higher than that? Yeah, I can get it up here. We can try to keep it high. And he's like, okay, maybe not that high. so we tried to find a nice kind of middle ground between, so it was high enough that I was still referencing the high-pitched voice in the game. Because we didn't want to, you don't want to go the other way. We don't want a Barry White Toad.
I mean, that would have been quite something different, but
yes, it would. Yeah.
Do you think the way animation is going, especially that you've been in quite a few other voice acting roles, does it get like the recognition it deserves? Especially like this movie, just super really nice the way it looks. So, what do you feel about that?
It's gorgeous, yeah. I think more animated films are getting more recognition these days. I actually do believe that, because the art of it, especially now with the way that they can use CGI and the way that you can make everything look more three-dimensional, I think animated movies, lots of them now are like works of art. You know what I mean? They're like moving paintings. And
I see what you're saying with that.
You know what I'm talking about?
Yeah,
It's got that feeling where they're so beautiful that you want to give them their due.
Okay. So now that you've worked with something like a big animation like this, and also you've been a producer and other kind of things, do you see yourself writing and maybe possibly directing maybe an animation of yourself? Or
interesting.
More live action?
More live action acting, because really that's my thing. I really like to act and produce more than direct.
Right.
That's not necessarily my deal, but I love acting because there's always a new challenge in acting. There's always something else I haven't done that I want to do, and and there's always another genre that you can try to tackle and become a part of. And so I've not finished that journey yet. I've not finished that acting journey yet. But maybe one day, maybe the directing bug will bite. We'll see.
Okay, I like to hear that. But so is there any other kind of other maybe possibly game adaptations you'd like to see yourself in? Maybe possibly voice acting for?
You know what? I haven't really given it much thought. But if somebody had, I wouldn't mind if they made like like a Call of Duty movie.
Oh
Yeah,
yes,
you know what I mean. If I
that
could
is
play one
pretty
of the
sick.
soldiers in like a
Yeah.
Call of Duty movie, that might be fun. That would be fun. Or to play a voice if they did a Grand Theft Auto movie,
Oh gosh,
right? Yeah,
in
that'd be a
this day and age
voice
as
in one of
well.
those movies would be cool.
Yeah, that would actually be pretty sick. I can hear you on that. So obviously you see a lot of power-ups throughout the movie, and obviously Toad being who he is, just being Toad. What power-up do you feel like you should have, possibly Toad should have, and what would you have in real life?
I think it would be the same power up, which is like the good old fashioned
Oh,
mushroom,
damn.
the good old fashioned mushroom power up, especially for Toad, because Toad's so small and cute and adorable. Wouldn't it be nice to see Toad get big? It would be nice to see Toad be like. I mean, I think that he would really get a kick out of that. Me too. I would want that just so I could reach high shelves. You know what I mean?
Are you tall enough already? Can't you really
I'm pretty
reach the
tall.
high
Like,
shelves?
I want to make sure I can get to the highest shelf, at
Oh,
the
damn.
Costco.
Okay.
Right.
How does Toad become usually like the brave person that he is? Because usually you see him, he's kind of like the scary cat, if anything. Obviously, amongst the other Toads as well, he's quite very different. So how did he become this adventurer?
Yeah, I think what happened with Toad is I think that deep down he loves the Mushroom Kingdom so much that he's always wanted to be able to protect it, and it's been like a fantasy of his in his mind.
Okay.
And he was never given the opportunity to do that, and now he's finally given the opportunity because he's got. I mean, listen, I got to help Mario. Mario doesn't know where he is. He doesn't know what's going on. I got to help this guy out. So he's. I think that for me, character-wise, that's what I decided to imbue him with, was this sense of if I ever have an opportunity to protect my homeland, I'm going to take that opportunity. And then, of course, in this movie, he's given that opportunity.
Okay, because I can imagine he was the one that, kind of trained Peach to be the
Oh, I
kicking
like
bass that
that.
she is, to be honest, because obviously she's trained by everyone else. Toad's the one that's adventuring around and picks up obviously Mario. So it's kind of interesting that obviously they meet up back again, and like they're both kind of like you saying, fighting for the Mushroom Kingdom. So I do
That's
find
right.
that kind of interesting.
That's really interesting. I like that. I wish I could have put that, integrated that earlier. That would have been nice. That's a good. Can I use that one? Right.
Yeah, go ahead. Yeah, it's all yours. But no, it's been good talking to you, and yeah, man, I hope everyone else enjoys the movie because I thoroughly enjoyed it as well. So it's good to talk to you, and hope we see more from you as well.
You too, man. Take care. Cheers.
Appreciate you.